Okay, hey everybody. I am just getting everything situated here on my desk. Oh gosh, I really did have to pick the absolute worst time to start streaming again. Uh, I kid you not, guys, my floor is actually just like falling apart in my kitchen right now, and my water is off. It's great. Um, so I have been running around dealing with lots of things. Uh, Besides the fact that I am a little bundle of health problems in the shape of a person. Um, so yeah, that's been a bunch of fun, guys. And if you can't tell, I am being very sarcastic. That has been terrible. Actually, it was like a month ago, a bunch of stuff in my kitchen broke, and we had some guys from like a retail store come and put in new appliances in my kitchen, and they just left a leak under my sink apparently, and it's been leaking into my floor for like a month. And now my floor is gone. So that's cool. I can't I'm not I am a small amount of a handyman. I cannot replace a floor. I don't know how to do that. So yeah. So apologies for everything. Getting started so slow again this week. We're doing our best. Um and also I think we have had a lot of bad luck with the we've had a lot of bad luck with just the iPad streams. Even when we got that going, I think it probably didn't run very well. So, uh, excuse me, I'm just taking uh good photos of our cute little dragons from last week here. I can show you guys those while I'm digitally running around and setting stuff up here. Um, we have our cute little dragons from last week that are gonna be our newest addition to our cute little Pride Pals, which despite all of the craziness, I finally did get up on the Redbubble, by the way. So those are all up on the Redbubble, the finished ones from a couple weeks ago. Uh, so everybody, if you want to go check those out, the Redbubble link is in all of my bios, and I think they're super cute. I really like the way that they came out. So if you guys want to get like a cute little sticker for your water bottle, or like a t-shirt that, I mean, is a dropship t-shirt. I'm sure they're not like wonderful or anything. I haven't personally purchased one, so please don't buy one expecting them to be fantabulous, but they will have cute little pride animals on them, and uh I'm sure I'm sure they won't die instantly. Uh and I don't think they're all that much money. I think they're like 20 USD or something, even for like a nice cotton t-shirt. So, honestly, like if you just want a nice cotton t-shirt, that's not even bad. Um I said I was going to show off these little cats and then I forgot. Here, let me do that for you guys and then I will finish getting stuff over onto my desktop program, which is what I'm doing right this second. So here you guys go. Look at these. Aren't those so cute? Here, I'm going to scoot just a little bit. Sorry, don't look if you don't want to look at moving pages. Uh, Here, I think I'm gonna, excuse me, pick it up just a little bit again. Alright, and we are back. Those are the little dragons we ended up with last time. Actually, here, maybe you do need a bit of a higher angle. Sorry, guys, moving a little bit more still. Those are the cute little dragons we ended up with last week. There, now they're actually on the screen. And I really love how they came out. And I know I was kind of sick last week, actually. So I didn't really have a lot of energy and was kind of talking crap about them, but they did come out really cute. Um, Let me pull that picture up over here. And again, sorry for not having all of this prep beforehand. Like, my water is not on. My water is just completely not on in my house at all. And I live in a very hot, dry area. Uh, so that stinks. And I wanted to not look stinky and upset for you guys, so I went and took a shower at somebody else's house. Um, but also I got back a little bit late and I got started a little bit late and everything's just a little bit late. We love ADHD. Uh, is very cool. But if you guys want, um, if you guys want an excuse to give me a break, it's my birthday this week, so congratulations to me on being old. Um, and you know, if you want to use that as an extra excuse to go buy some cute little pride stickers for yourself, go right ahead. I'm not stopping anybody. Why? I'm sorry, guys. I really love this drawing program. It's called Krita, and it is an open source program that I have been using for ages. But also it just it just happens to decide it isn't going to work randomly, like right now, where it just isn't opening. And if it continues not to open and I sit here and ramble at you guys much longer, I will totally go and just use the iPad, because even if that ended up kind of sketchy last time, it worked. So that would be absolutely fine. Uh but yeah, like I said, it is here. I'll talk about Krita while it's not opening for me. It's just a really lovely, cute little open source program. It acts a lot like Photoshop, in my opinion. Or like it has a lot of features that I've heard people from Corel Painter really appreciate. I have not personally used Corel Painter for anything, so I'm not personally testifying to that. But it does have a lot. Oh, it is opened. It has opened. Lovely. Okay, well, we will get this going and I'll keep talking about it now that it's opened and uh probably sound a little less disingenuous, but also it is genuinely a very nice program. And I feel like probably a lot of the problems that it has have to do with the fact that it is an open source program, so a lot of the development and stuff is from just volunteers or people who do development on the project in their spare time, you know, people who have other jobs, people who do other things. And so it's certainly not like the fanciest, most optimized program ever, but there are so many tools for it and so many different brushes and so many different people who will tell you how to use it exactly how you want your program to work. It's really nice for just like people who want their program to do a specific thing. Um and oh, I was gonna move you guys over, but I am gonna put the picture up here first. Because I'm realizing that I should probably be smart and not not put my whole file system up on my VODs. So give me just a second. I will get this cute little picture off my phone and onto the actual paper. Are you guys having a good Pride? I hope you're having a better one than me. Like I said, I have had so much random crap happen all at once. So, hopefully you guys, you know, your floors are intact and you uh have drinking water. Both of those things are lovely. If you don't though, if either of those things are also fucked for you, then apologies. Um yeah, it's rough. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. I must need more coffee. I just am really tired. I did not sleep very long. I stayed up really late. Apparently, it's very common for people uh with ADHD to just like have different sleep disorders. I think it was something like 80% of people, like 4 out of 5 uh have sleep issues. And I mean, that's just something somebody said to me, not anything I read off an official source, so maybe that's bullshit, but I would totally believe that. I yeah, I cannot imagine that having your brain just like spinning on random stuff is good for your circadian rhythms or your sleep schedule or being able to relax. Um and we oh, what the heck? Well, I was about to say, and now we are in business, but also it pasted really weird, so not quite yet. I don't know why it did that. Um, oh, hi, kitty. My kitty is mewing at the door. I don't know if you guys can hear that. He is so cute. I have two kitties. One of them is loud though, so I know which one is yelling at the door. Hmm. Yeah, you know what? Give me just a second, guys. I don't know why. This. It has been a minute since I used this desktop program, so excuse me while we get a little bit reacquainted. I used to use this one a lot, but also I got really into drawing like kind of exclusively on my iPad for a while just because it uh it just was an investment, and I really like I really like just like the really clean lines and stuff that I can make. All right. I do believe we are finally set up now. Let me just switch you guys on over to my actual program finally. And cool. Ta-da! And here we are with our cute little dragons on the actual computer. How lovely. And now we don't need this stinky. I was gonna throw it, but I'm too cheap. I don't want to. I might actually hurt my my crummy little $20 webcam. I forgot the word for webcam for a second, guys. I really am tired. Mm. It's my own fault. I stayed up too late. Not on purpose, but I don't know. I'm just not good at sleeping. Well, here, let's get a cute little tablet. And our cute little fucking stand. I am cursing a lot today. I am sorry. I am gonna get demonetized. My stand is very dirty. You can tell I have not used my desktop tablet in a hot minute. Poor thing. I spent so much money on it. Uh, well, I say that, but I don't know if you guys have seen what like real Huey on tablets cost lately, but it's ridiculous. Like, if I wanted to replace this thing, it would be difficult for me financially, which is crazy. Because it's a tablet. It's not even like a nice tablet. Okay, well, I mean, it's a nice tablet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Huion. I love your tablet so much, actually. But it also is it also is kind of just a tablet. And as much as I love it, I don't know how I would justify spending the price point that they want for a new one. Because I think when I looked it up, just this exact model, like uh not even a version of like a not even a newer version of this, sorry, is what I meant to say. Um was something like 400 $500, which is probably more than I spent on this one initially. Like, oh gosh, I'm so old, guys. I'm so old. I bought this like 4 years ago. I was gonna say not that long ago, but it was 4 years ago. Dude, I'm old. I'm getting old. My knee bothered me the other day, guys. Like, that was a trip. I don't know if any of you guys are old enough that your knees have bothered you ever, but like, that was absolutely no fun. I just decided that I would sit down and not get up ever again, because who wants to do that? I don't know. It's actually a little bit crazy though. Uh mm, how fast you get old. Especially with crummy healthcare. Moving on. Alright. We do actually get to move on to these cute little dragons that we have up now though, because we are finally over here in our lovely little drawing program. Um and of course I lied to you guys because my tablet pen uh has been unplugged long enough. It's gonna make me calibrate it. This is why, you know, like people say just do like dry runs of stuff. I should do that more often, but I just don't. I don't know. It just never occurs to me to do it, and then I go, "Ah, that would have been a good idea." And then I don't again. Um because yeah, that would have been so lovely if I just had my here. You guys can stare at my face for a second. That would have been so lovely if I just had uh all of this set up for you guys and we were started already. But I am not prepared enough for that apparently. Like 30 minutes in and I'm calibrating my freaking tablet. Well, hopefully you guys weren't actually here to see me draw or anything. That would be crazy. Everybody's just secretly here to listen to me ramble about my kitchen being broken, right? That's what's happening. Ugh. Oh, here. I remembered to put my cute little pins on this time. I still I still left the flag ones in the drawer for this week, but I have my cute little Cthulhu, who is NB Cthulhu, which is super cute. It's got like little NB colors on the underside of the tentacles, and then science is real. I don't know if you guys can read that on the camera or not, but it says science is real, and then it's a cute little potion bottle. Alright, is mine. Okay, calibration done. Those were calibration noises, in case you didn't get that. That's what calibration sounds like. Boop, 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 boop. Uh, I I just wanted you all to know. Okay, are we doing the thing now? All right. My tablet is actually working. I'm not showing off all of my files. Everybody can see my cute little dragons. Hopefully that is gonna be enough, uh, enough stuff that we fixed. And I say that. You know what? Who needs pressure sensitivity anyway? Hi. Hi, kitty. Sorry. I promise he's fine. He's just loud. Even if you hear, like, banging noises or something, my girlfriend is here, and I'm pretty sure nobody, actually my girlfriend and my boyfriend are here, so nobody is gonna let the cats kill each other, I think, in the game. I think they're both fine. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like staring off into space. Wait, I'm stalling for some reason. I'm sorry. I will get started on these cute little dragons because they totally deserve to be some cute little stickers, and I am very excited to make them into some cute little stickers for you guys. Um so I think we're gonna start with this one. Just a little egg. We'll get started kind of easy, and we want to make sure we block out these cute little spots from before. Oh, right. We decided we were going to have 2 spots instead of 3 spots. That's why those lines look kind of goofy. Okay. Hi. The kitty would really like my attention. Sorry, guys. Uh, again, I promise he is fine. He just really, really likes attention. Um, he is a sweet little rescue who just kind of showed up at my house, and we already had a cat and some cat stuff. And if you don't already know, like, upscaling from 1 cat to 2 cats is much easier than just getting a whole cat. So we already had one, and we decided, I guess, we have two. Because What am I gonna do? Put him back outside and have him yell and be sad? I'm sure lots of people are fine with that, but I am a softie. And I had the resources, so I see no reason not to if I have the resources. I kind of do that with people too. If people just like need help, I kind of decide that if I have the resources to help them, I just will. Uh, I mean, like, within reason. Also, I'm gonna take this cute little egg down here. And I'm gonna do kind of this same thing that I did with that one with the eye poking out, but we're gonna do it on this curvy one, kind of like here. And I want to make sure that I have like some backing on the shell. And then the little eyeball pokes out. And while uh I do think I shit on these a little bit too much last time, I do think I was right that they definitely still need more refining than I did. So that's just kind of why I'm going over and sketchily redrawing stuff right now. Just because I want to make sure that all of the stuff ends up just how, how it will end up as a sticker. And there won't have to be a lot of transition there. That is typically the big thing for me, which is probably why I should set up beforehand even more, is just because like one of the big things that's an issue with like my working memory stuff is just I really don't do transitions well. Like if I have to be like at home and then somebody says, okay, well, now even though you were expecting to be at home, you have to go and like, I don't know, just something silly, just like even you don't have to do anything. Like you have to get in the car and like be a person while we go to dinner or something, just like out of the blue. Uh like there's just like a lot of space in my brain that decides that we need to be very like, I don't know, just almost like stubborn about it. Like it's just like very difficult. Like, I think I've heard some people describe it as like brain inertia, actually. Now that I'm saying that out loud, I think I have heard some people that talk about like autism and ADHD and all of those lovely little brain thingies. That it is really common for people to just get kind of stuck in transitions when they have those brain problems. I don't know why. Uh, I am not a psychologist, just a brain. I do think if we refine these just a bit, though, they are gonna come out so cute. Now that we do have everything up and running. Mm. And, I mean, if you guys have more ideas for Pride stickers, I am all ears, because I I think some pansexual fan art of Mora and Bean from Disenchantment, uh, from when Netflix did this cute little collab with Redbubble for fan art things. Um, I think that is probably the thing I have sold the most of, is not even just the fan art, but the one with the little pansexual stripes on it, um, of Bean and Mora. So I totally love getting to have some cute little stickers for you guys to buy, to show off your little pride, and or your big pride. I don't know, maybe uh you're buying like a blanket or something. I have no idea. Uh I was just saying little cuz I was thinking about stickers, but there is all sorts of stuff on the website, so maybe you're buying something huge. I have absolutely no idea, and I shouldn't make assumptions. And neither should you, cuz it's Pride Month. Be nice. Be nice, everybody. Uh I think this refined dragon, though, actually is very fucking cute. Is so cute. I keep cursing. I'm still doing that. Sorry. It's just how it is today. We get tired Patricia or cursy Patricia. That's what it is. Um Oof. Mm. I really love coffee. I can drink a lot of caffeine, um and just like be fine, like not like buzzy and jittery and manic like some people really get on caffeine. I I don't know if it's like cuz I have anxiety to begin with, or like if I just like don't react to it in the same way. Like I know some people react to caffeine like chemically a lot different. Um, but I just don't get a lot of like the caffeine buzz usually. I don't know why. Just doesn't happen for me. And I'm moving this guy down here so that I can use this base to do the same pose for this other dragon, by the way. Just in case you guys are actually watching me draw. Uh these trans dragons are so cute. If anybody wants to hear about them again, if you weren't here last week and you didn't hear about these guys. Actually, did I? I said they were an addition to our little Pride Pals, and then I talked about Redbubble. Okay, so I didn't talk about them. I think. I should write scripts or something too. I don't know. I always get here and then I say, I should do one of these stuff, and then I get off and I'm like, oh my god, the stream is done. Thank god. I can not do anything until next week. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. With me doing anything, I mean. But also, these guys, getting back on track here, are absolutely adorable, and they are the addition to the cute little Redbubble Pride stickers you guys should totally go check out. And the idea with these specific ones, if you want to go and check out the old ones or hear the idea about the old ones, then there are VODs for all of that. And feel free to go and look at those. But also, if you want to hear about these, I am repeating myself so much. I'm sorry. I'm sure I am being a little annoying to listen to right now. Okay. Trying again. These are the cute little trans dragons. If you weren't here last week, we talked about that eggs are kind of a big, like, I don't want to say a joke, because it's not really a joke. It's kind of like an innuendo. Innuendo is good. It's like a euphemism. That's the word I'm looking for. English is stupid. It's kind of like a euphemism, uh, which is just like something that infers something else, like as a concept. Um, it just creates this space for you to just like say stuff without actually saying the thing, basically, for anyone who doesn't know what the word euphemism means, because English is stupid. But it's kind of a that for just the fact that when you are trans, a lot of the time you don't really feel like you are a person or like you're alive, right? And so people have kind of made this. Hi! Sorry if you guys can hear my cat yelling at me again. Um, uh, People have made this comparison to being in an egg, right? Where technically the creature is like alive by definition of life before it comes out of an egg, but And this is things that do not have live births, by the way. I'm not talking about like eggs inside of things. I'm talking about like an egg with a shell that's like a lizard egg. Uh so people have likened that to being trans before you know that you are trans, and also the act of like breaking through that shell and like becoming a real thing, uh to like finding out that you're trans, because lots of people who are trans have lots of problems with like dysphoria issues, or like lots of people who are trans have problems with like just like self-image and self-esteem stuff that is not necessarily like directly because they are trans, but also sometimes it is. It just, you know, everybody has different experiences, but like there is a lot of different just really tough stuff that uh makes a lot of people who identify as trans, or who, you know, go through some sort of a transition in their gender identity, even if, you know, they don't necessarily identify like as trans, because I know that's a big umbrella term and not everybody who would like fit under it associates with it. So, um, you know, just people who are trans have a lot of issues socially, usually. So that makes it really hard, uh, and kind of like momentous, you know, when you get through it. So that's the kind of like breaking the egg metaphor, innuendo, euphemism thing there, whatever you want to call it. Um, and I think that's a totally like a really sweet, powerful metaphor. I am non-binary myself, and I don't know if you guys uh are any kind of genderqueer, or I mean, even if you're just like a cis person and you have the opportunity to like explore your what did I just do? Uh oh, you know what? I think I must have hit the hotkey for clear. I didn't realize there was a hotkey for clear, but I bet there is. Um, and I bet I hit it on accident. Uh, so undoing it is fine. Anyway, but yeah, I was saying, even if you are just like a cishet person, and again, that is it. Sorry, I don't know why I'm saying again. I didn't say this before, but if you are a cishet person, and that just means cisgender, which is like, you know, the gender you were assigned at birth is the gender that you associate with, right? So like, if you are told as a baby that you are a girl, and you grow up as a girl and you become an adult and decide I am a girl, then that's cisgender, right? Or if you do the same thing as a boy, but also like, and then also het is just short for heterosexual, so like a straight person. So like, even if, so my point is, even if you are cishet, which is just like a word that means like not queer, basically it just means like you are straight and the gender that somebody gave you. So uh Just it just means not queer. That's the whole thing. Uh but even if you aren't and you really get that opportunity to like explore that and like know that that's who you are, like that is super cool and super empowering, and I think that like more people should get to do that. Like I heard, I don't know, I don't know, maybe this is a little bit too old of an internet guy uh for current day internet people, but we I don't know why I said we. I watched this really uh kind of interesting video of the video wasn't all of that much. It was just there's this guy, his YouTube name is Cinnamon Toast Ken, and I don't know if you guys know him. He's kind of an older YouTuber. He used to do a lot of videos with PewDiePie, the big guy, way back in the when. I'm sorry, I know I'm super old. I don't look I don't look that old, but I have nice skin. I'm sorry. I'm fooling you all. I'm actually an old person. But yeah, so he used to do some videos with PewDiePie way back in the when, and I used to really like watching the both of them do videos together. And then when PewDiePie kind of stopped doing a lot of like game content and like meme funny stuff, uh Cinnamon Toast Ken still kind of kept doing some of that, and I really enjoy uh the dynamic between him and the friend that he has on a lot. His like YouTube name is Buff Pro, but his actual name is Dane, and they have just like really great on camera chemistry. Anyway, I went off on a tangent about Ken because I enjoy him a lot. If Ken sees this clip somehow, hi, uh, you're cool. Keep making cool videos. Anyway, um, I'm not good at being a fan, guys. People are not probably I can probably get like super big and people will not give me sponsorships for anything because I am not good about being enthusiastic just like in general. It is diagnostic. I have problems with it. Um oh, sorry, I must have forgotten to mute my phone. Uh but yeah, anyway, the point of talking about Ken for all of that time was that uh he was talking to Dane on this video they were doing about Gypsy Rose Blanchard with, if you don't know who that is or like what the deal with her is, that is a whole rabbit hole onto itself, and I'm gonna try not to get on another tangent. Excuse me, I am burpy from uh coffee in a can. Um okay. Uh but yeah, that's a whole thing onto itself. So if you want to go figure out some stuff about her, Cinnamon Toast Ken, he has actually lots of great, really pretty lighthearted but still informational videos on like the situation of what has happened with her and like her legal issues and I guess overcoming of legal issues over the years. Um but yeah, those are super funny and they were doing a video about her when uh Ken kind of went off on a tangent about how it is very normalized for like because women are seen as very like sexualized and very like promiscuous, right? It's very normalized for women to have like experimental phases. Um and while that's really unfortunate, right, that is so normalized to the point where it's almost kind of like expected that, you know, women would want to like fool around in college or like, you know, whatever, right? Um I'm sure I don't have to list stereotypes at you guys. Uh but because it's so normalized, for women, it gets kind of overlooked that like that is a result of women being seen as sexual and not necessarily a result of like people being okay with that kind of behavior, right? Like men do not get to have like a sexual experimentation phase. If they did, they would just like they like people would just call them gay, right? Like it, and it wouldn't be like for the and for a lot of people like it wouldn't even be them trying to be mean or dismissive or anything. Lots of people would just assume that if you are a man interested in experimenting that you are gay, right? And that is and he was like, and honestly, that is kind of like, I'm kind of jealous. Like, that's kind of unfortunate that, you know, if I wasn't a man, like, I could have just experimented in college and figured stuff out for sure. And I thought that was a really good point, which, I mean, that was kind of where I was trying to bring it all back to here was that, like, there are like grown adult straight like cisgender men and women and people that you know exist perfectly fine the way that they are and still could totally benefit from being allowed to just like explore other pieces of life or other ways of being a person. Uh, because, like, even if you come back around to figuring out that you are, like, just not queer, just cishet, and have no reason to, have any sort of interest in being trans or being queer and that's just not for you, like getting to find that out, I feel like is really powerful and important, even if you come back around and decide that none of it's for you, you know? It's like if you are trying to go out on your own for the first time, right? A lot of studies have shown that the things that you have been exposed to before, right? Just like as concepts, right? Not necessarily like like, you know, specific objects or like specific ideas, but just like concepts and ideas and like general philosophies that you have been exposed to before. Um, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I totally just lost my train of thought. I have no idea where I was going with that. Give me a second. Sorry. Let me drink my coffee and we can stare at the cute little dragons. Aren't they coming along so good? Maybe these will have to be the last two Pride streams instead of just this one, cuz I am looking at the clock and seeing that I have already been working on these a half hour and I am still sketching. So we'll see, but who knows. Um and honestly, that sounds like it's probably better scheduling than me starting a whole thing next week. So for, you know, just the 1 week. Honestly, if we finish this and I have like Pride whatever, uh just like us a week of Pride streams with nothing, like I might find some little goofy, I don't know, little goofy Pride skits or jokes or something for us to watch, and we'll just like hang out and I'll play video games or something. I don't know. Uh, we'll do something less real because I meant for these to be really impromptu and they ended up being pretty real. So, ole. Um, yeah, I think that thought train is just gone. I don't think I'm getting that one back. I don't know where I was going with that, guys. Sorry. Um, but yeah, being able to know who you are, no matter who that is important. That was the whole point. So, um, yeah, I think lots of people take that for granted because the person that they are fits nicely into, you know, the space that they already are in. And so they don't ever have like a reason to question that for real. And I mean, that's fine for some people. Um, but also, I think even in those situations, if people got to question those things in like a comfortable and real way, it would be really good for them. And, you know, maybe we could just not have so much stigma around people deciding that they were just gonna try stuff and not put labels on it, like women in college, apparently. Nobody told me. I went to college, but uh, I did not acquire either of my partners in college, so I missed that one, I guess. I my girlfriend is from before college and my boyfriend is from after college. So we uh we missed the college memo. Uh I'm trying to decide if I want to do the little upright position or this little egg ball soccer thing. Um you know, I think I am going to decide that over the course of the next like 5-10 minutes, uh, while I go and use the bathroom because yeah, I don't I don't know. Also, I have to go to the bathroom and I've been sitting here for a minute, even if a while of it was me not doing all of this lovely drawing for you guys. Um, Alright. Draw my cute little bathroom break. Back in 5. Or 10, I don't know. We'll be back. We'll be back soon. Uh like I said, the water is off, so it uh requires me a little extra effort to use my toilets at the moment. I have to fill them manually, which is just as not fun as it sounds. So I will do that, and I will do that as quickly as my tiny little AFAB hands will let me, and yeah, I will be back in just a bit, guys. Alrighty. We are back. Uh, and we have cat invaders. So, if I have to get up and deal with that, apologies, but they literally were sitting outside my door. They would really like my attention, apparently. Despite the fact that there are two other people in my house that they are very capable of bothering. They would like to bother me. Uh, which I guess, you know, is their prerogative. Um, Unfortunately for them, I am busy. Ah, but unfortunately for me, I'm a pushover, and they're scratching at the door, so hold on. I don't know if you can even see them? No, okay. Well, hold on. I'm sure you can, just imagine me getting up to let them out. Guys, my cats are refusing to leave. They refuse to stay, and yet they also refuse to leave. What do I even do with them? I have to put them, apparently, in a temporal void for them to be happy. Actually, my girlfriend is coming to get them, thankfully. Um, oh, did she take them? I think she took them, guys. I think we're off the hook. I do believe, I do believe, we are off the hook. Alright. And now we can erase this, cute little bathroom break sign. Because yay! And I did decide I'm gonna do these little standing ones first. Um, yeah, my cats, I love them so much, but they are, one is a house cat from like a huge litter, like absolutely huge. Uh, and we just got him both of our cats, thankfully, for us, because cats are expensive enough to take to the vet and care for, etc. Um, so both of our cats were initially acquired for free. The first of which was just like a house cat, I think, with 6 or 7. 7 sounds kind of right. Siblings, and they were all sisters. Except our cat, the one boy who was the youngest, well, youngest, smallest, I mean. They all the same litter, so uh and actually when we went to go pick him up, he was buried into our the person we were gonna go get them from's couch. So like not like under the couch, like into the actual like cushioning and like springboard stuff under the couch. Like they had dug their way into that and were hiding in there. This person had to actually flip the whole couch over and like dig them out. They actually thought that he and one of the sisters had gotten out and like run off and was kind of trying to offer us another cat. Um and we kind of had our hearts set on that one because we named him after our video game cat. Um because me and my partners went and had a cute little Stardew Valley farm together, which, if you guys don't know what Stardew Valley is, it's just like a little farming, like, social game. Uh, there's just like a cute little town and like some money management stuff and little plants, and it's just really chill, fun game to play with your friends. And we had on our farm a cute little gray cat named Missile. And so then we wanted the gray one. And uh so he comes from chaos and is chaos and only had sisters before. So uh doesn't really or hasn't really had opportunity to get out all of his very boy cat playtime energy. And the other cat is just a stray that showed up on our porch when I brought home some seafood dinner leftovers um from I think my girlfriend's birthday. I think we went for my girlfriend's birthday to dinner. So it was a minute ago now. Um and uh yeah, just came and sat on our porch and really would like me to give him my dinner. So he ended up also inside my house with my house cat, and the vet gave him a clean bill of health, and they get along really well. So well, in fact, that they bounce off of everything and tear my house apart, and I can clean up after them constantly, and it does not matter. It is like having toddlers. Um, and they're both still pretty young. Like my house cat, his name is Missile, and then the stray we've named Mushi, uh, and that is uh also based off of a video game cat uh from Monster Hunter. Uh my boyfriend named both of the cats. Uh I I don't I don't know why they are both named after video games. It wasn't on purpose. They just kind of ended up that way. And I think uh the Mushi one kind of started out as a joke, but also we weren't totally sure if the cat was going to say. So having kind of a joke name seemed a little appropriate, and now he's just here. So, um, meowing at my door. Mushi, the stray is the loud one. He, I'm pretty sure has figured out that he can get our attention quite easily by yelling at us because that is how he got his way into my house in the first place. So, I think that must be probably a lot my fault that he's so loud just for encouraging him with attention, but also I feel so bad. He's so cute. I can't help it. He can have all of my attention. Uh and then the house cat is not loud, but also very, very high energy. Like they both run around and just destroy things. It's crazy. Um, but yeah, I promise if you hear him in the background meowing loudly, he's not dying. Nobody is hurting him. Even if you hear some loud crashing noises, they are probably fine. I have set up so many things for them to play with. Uh and yet they really like climbing curtains, and I don't know how to disincentivize them from doing that because I have given them like a huge tower to climb and like plenty of level stuff for them to play with, and they just really like the curtains in my house. Um Maybe they're a fun texture, I'm not sure. But uh the other day uh I woke up and they had completely pulled a curtain rod out of the wall. Not like a tension rod, not like something in the windowsill, like something that was drilled into my wall. And also, like, I have drywall, so it's not like it's all that strong, but it had like a drywall anchor in it, which, if you guys don't know what that is basically like a barb, and you stick it in the wall and it like opens so that it gets like both of the prongs into the wall. Uh so essentially it would be impossible to tear it out of the same hole that you put the screw into, is the point, right? So it's not as if they just pulled the screw out of the wall. No, they tore like a quarter, maybe even a $half size. Oh gosh, I'm dating myself again. We're doing a lot of that this stream. Uh, but like a quarter or even a $half size uh hole just right out of the drywall. It is crazy, and now I have to spackle that, and I'm lazy and I don't want to, and so I haven't yet, but I will get around to it. Uh and I'm sure there's some spare paint in my house somewhere. I think I remember my girlfriend saying something about that. So we will have, it's not like I can't fix it. It's just annoying, and I know they're just gonna pull it down again. So I'm glad we have our little NB dog, because I'm realizing I did do, after making a big deal about, uh, you know, trans being an umbrella term and all of that, uh, just while talking. I did kind of just do an FTM and an MTF little trans dragon, so, uh, I mean, that's whatever. That is honestly probably what people do typically think of when you say trans or when people are identifying as trans. But also, for the record, it's not all of it. Uh, so I'm glad I have my cute little NB sticker up already. And if you're an NB like me and you would rather have Bobby, I'm sorry, he is sitting at my door and sticking his paws and his tail under the doorway. And also, if I let him in, he's just gonna make me let him out again. He just wants my attention. But I'm busy. It really is like having a toddler. Um, and I promise I do not neglect him and he can have all of my attention uh when you guys are done with it. So he can deal a little bit, but he is such a sweetheart. And also, yeah, he is probably upset because I came straight home and shut myself up in the room for the stream, so uh they saw me get home and then now they can't say hi. I did say hi to them when I got here. I didn't just like ignore them. I keep worrying people are gonna at me for uh not being super cuddly with my cats, but I swear I totally am, and I'm just being paranoid for no reason because I am tired and not good at being on camera. I just I don't know if any of you guys have excuse me, have like really bad phobias, but I have just like a couple of really bad phobias, and one of them is definitely public speaking. Like, I excuse me, I'm gonna drink some water here. Like, I can do it now, but when I was younger, like, if I had to answer something in class or like give a presentation or something, like, it was really hard for me and I would get like just really unreasonably anxious, like anxiety disorder levels of anxious. Like, I would shake and not really be able to breathe, like almost have like a full panic attack just from having to like speak in front of people. And I think one of my favorite things that I have found as treatment for phobias, and this is just me personally, so like I know everybody has phobias for like a reason, so if you like, well, I mean, not for like a reason, not like a logical one, but like, there's always like a cause for things, right? Like some people, Abby. Sorry, guys. I don't know if he's coming through on the mic or not. But uh, he's coming through on my ears where I can hear him and feel bad that he would like my attention so badly. Darlin! Uh, Hold on. I'm just gonna uh text my girlfriend and uh ask if she will like throw some stuff for him. Cause he he just sitting. Yeah, I think she took him anyway. Okay, so uh sorry, I forgot what I was talking about again because I got distracted with the cat. Um oh, right, public speaking. Yeah, I used to have really bad time public speaking. Like really phobia levels of anxiety. And one of the best things for me personally, I know lots of people respond differently to like different types of therapies and stuff. So like please don't go and just like throw yourself into stuff. But anyway, I did immersion therapy a lot in high school for public speaking where I just like would gradually force myself to do more and more of it um in spaces that were very like sterile and like comfortable for me, right? Like scripted almost, like stuff like answering questions in school or like uh just like conversations at the store, right? Where like I know what people are gonna ask. Um, and like over time, that helped me a lot to just be able to just talk, honestly. Like, I used to not really say all any of the things that were up in my head to the point where like now that I do, a lot of the time I feel like I'm kind of behind uh in just like how I express myself, you know? Oh gosh. I am sorry about the cat. I'm sure you guys can hear him. I promise he's fine and not dying. He just really, really wants my attention. Um, and maybe sometimes he gets kind of lonely when the house cat goes and takes a nap. So maybe the other cat has gone to take a nap. Um, but I promise he has food and water and is fine. Uh, he's just a little bit lonely. And he has other people to bother about it, I promise. So he will be okay. I'm sorry that you have to listen to it though if it is sad for you guys like it's sad for me to have to hear him meowing at the door like a little baby who would really like some attention. Is he's fine though, I promise. Really, really is fine. Just loud and needy. Um and usually I don't like I said, they have so many toys. Uh there's so much for them to play with. He just would really like my attention specifically cuz I was not home. I went to go take a shower cuz my water is off and that is stinky. Um and he will be fine. Nah, I actually my water is completely off, so we are being really careful about like drinking water because there are three adults and two young cats in my house, so lots of water is necessary and he, they uh they got one of the four bottles of drinking water that I brought back to the house, put aside just for them. Uh, Even though they have plenty of water already set around the house, because I am a sucker and they are cute and I do promise they're fine. He just is loud and really wants my attention. Uh these little trans dragons are coming out so cute. I am so excited for them to get some color and I think uh I think they really I think they really are going to be a nice little addition to the collection that we've already got going on the Redbubble store. Uh, I think the Envy Dog and the little Progress Pride Rainbow Unicorn thing, whatever I ended up titling that, um, are probably my favorite. Still, I still really like the Gay Bunny, but I think with the colors, uh, the other two just kind of, shown through more. Like the design was just really nice with those ones. And I do like the colors on the Gay Bunny, but you know, I do not consider myself a gay man. So, uh very queer. Lots of different very queer types of queer. But you know, gay man is not one of them. So I don't like connect with the colors from that flag, I guess, as much. I think is what happened. And so when the cute little dog got the MB colors and the cute little unicorn got the Progress Pride rainbow, I got a little excited about that and it pushed the very cute design of the gay bunny off of the first place position in my brain. But they are all still super cute. They all came out so good and I think with this little FTM trans dragon and the little MTF trans dragon, I think and NB Doggo from last week, we have covered a nice range of gender inclusivity, which I think is severely needed this year, especially here in the US of A. If y'all couldn't tell from my accent and my uh I don't know, teeth, my no health insurance teeth. Uh that yeah, I really like these cute little dragons as an addition to that little spectrum of inclusivity we're going for this year. Um and I hope that if you guys are, experiencing any hardships from being a little bit queer this pride, just find some space to just be okay about it. And it doesn't have to be a big space or a lot of time or whatever, but you know, like watch somebody draw some cute little dragons or uh go listen to some there's all sorts of really great like queer music and podcasts. Like there is lots of stuff that is for Pride Month that is less like, flags and colors and corporate stuff and identities. There's lots of like just individual feel good stuff that comes out this month too usually. Uh and I think people miss a lot of that sometimes. So, if you don't have a lot of space to do that by yourself, you should find just like somebody else's space to do it and steal it, just borrow it for a bit because that is you know, it's not just as good, but if you don't have that space for yourself, then it can help. And that's all anybody can do is just try to help, right? So I and maybe you can get yourself a cute little pride sticker. It doesn't even have to be one of these. I love stickers so much. I don't know if you guys are sticker guys, but I I would put stickers on actually everything if there weren't now some things that I own as an adult that cost enough money. I feel bad putting cheap adhesive on them. Um but like this Huey on tablet would 100% be covered in stickers if I didn't understand that replacing it would be many hundreds of dollars that I don't want to spend. And also things I've noticed like notebooks and stuff, if I cover my notebooks in stickers, then I want to use them less because I don't want to uh I don't want to be done with the notebook and have to be rid of my stickers. Uh so I have to put it on stuff that I know isn't going to be bothered by it, and also stuff that isn't going to stuff that I know if it breaks, like it will be a long time from now when I care less about the stickers that I put on there. Like right now, the things that I am putting stickers on are just like random little pictures on my wall. Like, I'm sure you guys can see all of this crap back here. I mean, that's all like stuff I shoved in a box and like brought here from my childhood bedroom. So, I mean, I can put stickers on papers and stuff on my wall and they will degrade and be faded and kind of crumbly. But that doesn't, I mean, they're still there. And when they get too degraded and crumbly for me to care about them, then I don't have to care about them. So, oh, you know what? I gave our FTM dragon the wrong notes. I gave him RMTF's notes. I got them a little bit mixed up there for a second. My bad. He has this one. But yeah, guys, even if you're not doing anything for pride, take some time and be a little bit proud of you. Even if it's not like, even if you are a person like I said before who got to figure out yourself and figure out that's not really for you, and you have that space, like, be proud of that. Or if, you know, you don't have that space, but you would like to have that space, be proud of that, because some people don't even want it. Just be proud of wherever you're at, because, if you are trying, that's the part that matters. Apparently. I'm not a schmientist. I draw dragons. So I don't know, maybe I'm full of crap. Uh Nobody has to listen to me. I'm just saying stuff. But I do hope everybody has is having a good pride anyway. Like I said, mine has been kind of rough. Uh yeah, we don't actually even know like when the water is gonna be back on. Like I said, the water in my whole house is out with the 3 people and the 2 cats, and I I genuinely don't even know when it's coming back on. It's kind of crazy that people can just like screw up that badly. And like, I get it, like it is a weekend and like people are not available 24/7, but also you would think that like if somebody demolished like your whole floor, they would have to be a little more urgent about that. I don't know. It's kind of goofy that we just don't know when uh the guys are gonna come look at that. Hopefully soon. I can't imagine, like, they know the water is off. Like, it's not news to them that they told us to turn it off. So I can't imagine they knowingly like force people to just not have water in their house for an extended period of time, but who knows? I don't actually know like I rent my house for the record. Anybody who thought I was a big fancy homeowner, nah, not me. Um but yeah, not me, or for the record, anyone my age I own. Thank you, US economy. Uh I said I anyone my age I know is what I meant to say. I don't think that's what I just said. Um but that's okay. Nobody clipped that. Uh I really yeah, I really have no idea what legally any of those guys are responsible for in my kitchen cuz I again didn't sign any of the homeowner paperwork or anything for any of that. I just live here and pay rent. Uh, but also, yeah, it is a lot of stuff falling apart all at the same time, unfortunately. I need his nose way too big. It's like bubbly like that. I made like droopy like teeth almost. But yeah, so hopefully they get around to it soon because yeah, it is here. I'll tell you. I was gonna just say like it's like about 100 degrees, but I'll tell you actually how hot it is out right now. Outside my house right now, it says uh 94 feels like 95 cuz UV. So, that's cool. Um says grab an umbrella for the sun, for the record. I we get weather warnings for the sun. Uh it's quite crap for the water to be out when it is nearly 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Not hyperbolically, like not an exaggeration, just is genuinely 5 degrees away from 5 Fahrenheit degrees away from being actually 100. Could fry an egg on the sidewalk just about. Actually, I think the Mythbusters did that one. I think it has to be like 110 degrees out for you to fry an egg on the sidewalk. So not quite, but a lot. It is a lot out, and there is no water, and that is really crummy. Uh, I I am looking at the time, and I think we probably will get the really nice final versions of these done today, but we may have to come back one last time and finish up the coloring. We'll see. We'll see how fast we get the nice versions done, I guess. Uh, like I said earlier, it is my birthday this week. So I have to go get dinnered by girlfriend's my girlfriend's grandma is gonna take us to dinner because she's very lovely, and that will be nice, I think. But I also yeah, I'm not good at being social when, like, I don't know if this is like an ADHD thing or like an autism thing or like a whatever. It's some kind of brain thing, I think, where like I'm not good at like lying socially, right? Like with lots of people, like you're just supposed to lie, right? And it's not like considered lying, really. It's like it's just like it's just like a social exception to the rule, right? Like I'm just not good at telling when things are like socially acceptable, you know, differences to rules. Um and one of those is like when you lie to people uh about stuff not being good. Like people ask me like, how's it going? And I am a bundle of medical problems, and I spent a lot of money on a college degree for an industry that is kind of crummy to work in. And I don't really want to put myself through working in. So I think that, like, a lot of the time, I just feel like I don't want to do stuff with people just because, like, I feel like they're gonna ask me, you know, how I'm doing, and I don't want to answer them because I don't want to lie, and I also don't want to tell them, and have them feel bad. Because and then another thing is, like, sometimes people will ask and then you tell them the answer and then they're like, and then they think that you're like trying to get something from them by answering. I don't I definitely have some autism spectrum something there where I don't understand uh just like social the just like the social implications of like certain context just doesn't get me usually. I don't understand, like, when you're supposed to make social exceptions for stuff like that, or when you, I don't know, have like, it's like when people ask you if stuff looks good on them, right? Like sometimes you are in fact supposed to say yes socially, like just like as a social convention. Uh and again, I'm talking about like Western US social conventions that like I was brought up around. So if like if you're hearing all of this and going like, well, actually, social conventions here say that I'm talking about like my specific ones. I do understand that social conventions are not the same everywhere. But like with my specific social conventions, right? Like I just I do understand that there are some instances where people will feel bad enough if you tell them the truth that that I keep swishing my hair the wrong way cuz I see it on the camera um reversed from what it actually is for me, but I will just leave it alone. But I just don't get when you're supposed to do that. I just don't ever understand like which instances. I just always want to tell you the truth about like, if you like, I'm not intending to be mean to people, right? But like if you pick out something that looks bad on you and like or just is a bad piece of clothing, right? It's not even always about like the person. And sometimes like you will hurt people's feelings more than it's worth if you tell them that that is a bad piece of clothing, right? But I am really bad at identifying when that's the case, right? Like I am not good at just like inferred social interactions. I think that's what it is. Like that's the terminology that I was kind of looking for, just like anything that is inferred in a social interaction, like anything that I'm supposed to get just from like either of like what is seen as like a very common like trope in the social interaction, or like something that somebody says repeatedly is supposed to clue me into like actually a completely different piece of information that I just didn't even realize they were trying to present to me because I was focusing on like the thing they were actually saying. Like I am very literal and I focus a lot on like the actual like words people say and not so much on like the things that they mean all the time. So like I yeah, I just don't always get when you're supposed to lie to stuff or supposed to lie to people about stuff, and so it makes me say stuff like I have to go to dinner, even though it's like for my birthday, and uh it's very nice of Carla to take us, and I really am appreciative that she is gonna take us. Um yeah, I don't know if you guys uh also have social problems or if y'all are lovely little social butterflies, but either way, it's just rough. And I think probably even if you are a little social butterfly, social stuff is just hard sometimes. People are not always consistent. Uh, you know what is consistent though? How cute these dragons are. Ha 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 ha. Did that work? No? Cool. I did it anyway. Be upset. Give me money. That's how the internet works now, right? Did it work? Okay, well, I guess I'll go back to drawing the dragons. These guys, actually so cute though. I really like the I really like the MTF dragon. I thought that all the little gems were gonna not come out in this cute, like, simplistic style that we have here. But they really did. They really did come out cute. And we have little dragon eggs and little dragons coming out of eggs and all these lovely little dragons. I'm actually really excited for these to get finalized and have some color, because I think probably these ones are gonna rival the ones that we've already done in terms of cuteness. And isn't that exciting? Don't I sound excited? Can't you hear the excitement in my voice? I was gonna make a reference and then I don't remember what I was referencing now. So that's really cool, guys. Brain is really good. I am a person. Total. Ugh. But yeah, no, I think they're coming along really cute. I think the FTM one, or sorry, the MTF one is probably actually better than the original one. I don't mean to throw shade or nothing on the original one. They're both super cute though. And hopefully they come out just as good as the other stickers. I am super excited that I finally got those other stickers up for you guys. And I just I'm sorry it took me so long. I know I procrastinate that stuff so bad. Um but hopefully now that they are actually up, you guys go and check those out, cuz I think they came out super cute and I think they look super nice as stickers even with the color adjustment. I maybe could have messed with a little more, especially on the gay bunny one, but also by the time I convinced myself to get onto my computer and do work and uh do the red bubble thingy, I knew if I stopped to color adjust the one sticker, I probably just wouldn't do it again. So I put them all up first. And if somebody comes to me and says, actually, I would really like this gay bunny sticker, but like the color blue is just not quite blue enough for me in this Redbubble sticker that I printed. I would really like a better blue in my Redbubble sticker that uh that I'm sure probably won't last very long anyway. Sorry, Redbubble. I appreciate you letting me put my designs up for free. Um and for not charging people very much for your products. But uh it is a bit of a get what you pay for situation. Um but they are super cute. And if you buy some cute little pride stickers this year, like even not just from me, like if you just buy some cute little pride stickers this year off a Redbubble or something that are cheap and gonna fade away, then you have a perfect excuse to buy more next year. Dopamine. Stickers are easy dopamine if you like them. Some people I know aren't all that into them, or they just like can't think of things to do with them in their spaces because they don't have like a water bottle, or like I said, a lot of mine are on some of these random pictures on my wall, or my sewing machine. I have a sewing machine for mostly just for fixing holes and stuff. I don't do a lot of big projects with it. I have done a couple of little projects, like I cosplayed as your from Spy X Family. If you guys have seen that, it's a really good uh kind of like politico drama, but also uh like it has just kind of like some slice of life aside story. Uh it's like A story, political drama, B story, cute little family like slice of life thing with bonus content. It's pretty cute. Um Little goofy to get into, but I did cosplay as Yor, and I made the little headband piece on my sewing machine. I think that was probably the last like real project I made. I cut out a bunch of pieces to make some toys for my cats. I almost said some cats for my toys. Uh I made like a little scarab pattern and cut that out for one of my cats, but I did never get around to actually sewing it up. So, oh my gosh, have I talked long enough that we're finished with all of this lovely sketching? Oh, it's so good. Uh, let's see. I think that means here, I'm going to just like look at this. Yeah, it doesn't look like I missed any of them. I think I got one for each design for each dragon. Um, okay. So, very, very final thing. Uh, hmm, I'm just stretching in my chair. Excuse me while I make dumb stretching noises. Oh, ugh, my back is terrible. If if any of you guys out there are interested in boobs, like having them, you know, getting them, acquiring them for yourself while we talk about these trans dragons, uh, know that your back Your back is what you are trading for those. I I cannot imagine like people that are more well endowed than me, cuz like I'm not, you know, I'm not a lot, but I got some. And my back, terrible. Absolutely terrible. Like my joints aren't great to begin with, but they're not horrid. Like I don't trip and fall and break all of my bones. In fact, I have never broken a bone, but my back is awful. Absolutely terrible. And yeah, there's definitely a couple of 2 pound weights I've got just weight training permanently to blame for that. Um, that's okay though. We who needs back when we have comfy gamer chair, right? Right, guys? Society. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm gonna draw our cute little dragons. Um, I think that we probably will have to come back and color these next week, but we'll see. We'll see if we can speed run getting some really nice line work in. I kind of doubt it, but maybe. Maybe I will gain a lot of skill really fast and you guys can watch it happen here. Um yeah, I don't know. I feel like I have talked a lot about like just uh the little trans dragons um and like just I feel like I've talked a lot. I think is the end of that sentence. So I don't know what's up with you guys, but if you are getting bored of me rambling and you have some little questions about these animals, or if you want to say something about the stickers off the Redbubble, uh the new ones are totally up and you can go check those out right now. Um if you guys want to tell me what you guys are doing for Pride, uh I would love to hear about it. I'm sure there are much more fun things happening in bigger areas than mine. Um, not a whole lot going on where I'm at for Pride Month. Uh, but you know, let me know what you guys are doing and if you guys got ideas for more stickers, or if you really want one of the t-shirts that I have already up in a different color and you're adamant enough about that you're gonna reach out to me, then please totally do. I do try to respond to all the comments on my YouTube videos. I think I think I have like request DMs or something like that on uh Elon Musk's X And, you know, if you want to go ahead and reach out to me about any of those things, feel free. I will do my best to respond to everybody. I do try to, take some time for you guys, even if I forget to take time to actually put stuff together for the stream or for the Red Bubble or whatever. I do try and take some time and just be on my phone, uh, checking what's up with you guys, um, wherever you guys may be. Uh, so yeah, you guys want to share stuff with me or give me ideas to steal so I don't have to have my own ever again, you know? Like if I had enough of you guys' ideas, we would be unstoppable, I'm sure. Uh yeah, just let me know. Let me know what's going on with y'all. And uh on that note, I guess maybe I'll go back to talking about these cute little trans dragons, but also a little bit more uh along the lines of like, so right now this one is the FTM one, and I think that one of my favorite stories about like a public FTM person is if you guys have never heard of this person, you should totally go and like listen to a little talk about them, or they have a really nice book that is a little bit dense, but it's pretty short. I think it's only like 100 pages. Uh which I'm sure people who aren't reading are like only, but book wise, that's not a whole lot. Um and that is a man named Ben Barnes, and he actually talks a lot in his book and in like interviews about um just like the experience of spending a lot of his initial academic career presenting as a woman and being identified by others as a woman, um, because he became he transitioned later in life, and he uh found that a lot of like his peers and people in the field that he had worked with before, like, just suddenly had a lot of newfound respect for him, or it was just a lot easier in uh his field to publish his papers, or I think one of the quotes from his book that really stood out to me was an anecdote about him going to do, I think it was some sort of just like a thesis paper where he was going to be presenting it to a large board of people, and he was getting feedback from people about it, and someone told him that they liked his paper so much better than his sisters because they had assumed that the person they had worked with previously was actually the sister of this trans man. Um, and I think that that and also like a lot of the other experiences that he had as initially someone who presented as a woman and then also afterwards someone who presented as a man and had a lot of standing from working really hard presenting as a woman. It is like a really unique experience for just how much more women have to deal with, especially in academic fields, to just like exist basically. And I think that he said a lot of stuff along those lines throughout the book. And he, I think, actually said something like, I I can't imagine, you know, that the change, or I couldn't have imagined that the change would be so drastic, but it was, or something like that. Um, and that even though it wasn't, the reason for his transition, that it is definitely a really nice perk for him as a man of science, that people just gained respect for him because he was uh presenting as a man now, and that, despite being really sad, was important commentary for him to share with people. um and I thought that that was a really good take. uh he also is like a brilliant scientist. Like, he did a lot of research with glial cells, which are a cell in the brain, I think. Um, and I I am not by any means a neuroscientist or have any significant working knowledge of like brain chemistry, so I'm not totally sure like what specifically his breakthroughs were, because they were very technical, but they are detailed really well in the book. um and uh essentially, from what I understood, uh as not even a little bit technically savvy in that area, was that he kind of helped understand how those cells just networked with each other, basically, for things um like development, uh which is super cool and really great, interesting research that I'm glad that he got to pursue. And I think that that is like a super great FTM public figure story, uh, because he, again, is very public about his experience as a trans man, and as like, as a public figure, I think that that is just a super important thing to do, because like, if you have people listening to you, uh and you have anything real to say, there's very little reason not to say it, because you know other people can't if people are listening to you. So it's it's really cool that he is such like a well performed scientist, uh and still very active and open about his experience and struggle as a trans man. And uh he has done a lot of women's advocacy, uh and he does a lot of work for just underprivileged people in STEM. He's a really great success story, I think, um, of people who, get to transition and live their lives like really fully and well. Um, and uh, and there is also a lot of really good, fun, personal stuff about him in the book. Like, uh, there were some cute little anecdotes about his life and like some friends that he had in college. Oh, Twigs Bees. I don't know if you're actually in here, but thank you so much for the follow, and yeah, I always appreciate you guys' engagement. So, uh, I hope the little dopamine rush from the astronaut guy going around did it for you if you're here, and if not, and you're watching this VOD later, I hope you like that too. Um, oh gosh, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Ben Bars, right? Uh, yeah, just great example of someone who got to transition and live their life really well and really fully, and uh is a really open public figure now after the fact. And also just like genuinely super smart. Like I know lots of people really like to harp on like the gender dysphoria thing, or like other mental health issues that trans people are more likely to have, um as like some sort of like a failing of trans people. uh and he is just genuinely so supported and uh well adjusted. Like he is a really good example of what happens to trans people if they have the things that they need, because he just is a super successful human being, really super smart, and um yeah, great book. I think it's literally just called The Autobiography of Ben Bars. He is a very literal individual, so the book is there is some like kind of dense technical information in it, but you can just kind of skip around. He makes it really clear when he's going to explain something that's like brain science, or you know when he's going to say a bunch of vocabulary you don't necessarily need to read if you're not interested in the vast amount of research that he's done. It's really quite a significant amount. um and yeah, I think that he is a really great example for that. I'm trying to think of another public FTM figure that I can say some stuff about, um because I didn't think about researching that, but that would have been a really cool thing to talk about, since I probably have to come back and do the final coloring and stuff for this next week. Maybe we will do that then. um so that I can talk some more about uh some great public trans people, because I am sure there are a bunch more that I know of that just aren't coming to my brain as I think of them. Oh, I did just think of another one. There is a great public speaker on YouTube who does a lot of like public talk, commentary, and also crap. And also uh just like some funny queer like Reddit reads or memes and stuff like that. Just like, you know, all inclusive fun, and then also all inclusive like information about some stuff. And I think that like that is also a really good example of someone who has a lot of support, and someone who has gotten a lot of the things that they need as a trans person to live their best life. Uh, and I, if you guys, are looking for some more queer content for Pride Month, Jamie is super fun. I personally do watch him a lot, and uh he is also very open about his experiences as a trans man, and also very interested in women's advocacy. I do notice that there are a lot of trans men uh who talk about uh struggling more pre-transition than after their transitions, um just because it is so much more socially acceptable uh for there to be just like a range of men as opposed to women. um and honestly, I feel like that, even if you don't like, even if you're not taking notice of just trans people in general, right? Like, even if you're being really bigoted about trans people, I feel like that should be a bigger note for people generally, right? That, like, people who have transitioned into being a man from being a woman are typically really open about it being easier, just like socially, to be a man in society. Uh, Again, I'm talking about specifically like the Western society and culture in which I live. So, uh, if you live in a uh cute little queer city, then I applaud you, and please send me plane tickets. But also, I don't. And it is really unfortunate uh how just like outspoken people are about it being easier for men than women, and for people to still kind of go nuh-uh. um but yeah, Jamie, super great YouTuber. I really enjoy watching his content. and super open about like a lot of the process of his transition. Like if you guys are looking for just like information um on transitions in that direction, like he is super open about his and super open about just like any complications that he had. Like there is a lot of content on his channel about just like technical details of his transition so that people can see what it is that he actually went through. And again, I think that transparency as a public figure is so important to people and so useful, um just like to everyday queer people that don't have big public platforms, because it it really does get noticed when, you know, people are obvious about it on big public platforms, that they have all of these, you know, things that have happened to them because they are queer, or things that they have to deal with because they are queer, and not uh you know, just people dealing with them, because people just deal with stuff all the time. And, you know, it is really hard to notice all of the things that people are dealing with. Um, and I think Jamie does a really good job of also not only just like being really open about like his transition and what he is and does and has gone through, um for, you know, his identity. I i think that he also does a really good job of just like keeping the information on his channel like intermixed with just like fun, actual, like just like content, just nothing burgers, just memes and feel good eye wash things, so that, you know, people can take in the information and also not get like super overwhelmed by like how terrible everything is. Like I think that one of the things that Jamie does really well is I've seen him break down a couple of transphobic uh just like videos or documentaries, right? And uh just respond to different claims and things in them that are either untrue or not reported correctly, or, you know, things that people who are transphobic typically say, and just like taking those things and giving them better context. um and I think that he does a really good job of just like when something comes up that is particularly nasty or particularly transphobic, um or maybe even something, you know, that might genuinely hurt some people to see, either like cutting that part of the original video entirely, or like responding to it very carefully in a way that is, you know, both informational and comfortable, right? I think that that's super important. I think that if you end up just like saying information at people, a lot of the time they stop caring. Like, even if it's something that they care about initially, if you just like spout facts at people, it's hard to keep up with usually, right? Like, if I really super care about penguins and someone just starts listing penguins at me, like, and facts about them, I mean, maybe I'll understand like one or two penguins and I will hear some facts about three or four penguins, right? But if there's 15 penguins that you're going to tell me about all at once right now, and you're not going to stop and give me time to process any of them, and you're not going to break it up anyway, and it's just going to be this rambling, droning information, the chances that I actually hear and internalize all of that penguin information, even if I'm super into penguins, very low. And I think that that is something that Jamie does really well, is just break all of those like monotonous things up. And that's something I certainly could stand to work on. I think even probably just in regular conversations and not necessarily just like with public speaking, but uh yeah, I get kind of hyper focused in little trains of thought. Um and that means that sometimes I just end up rambling. So, uh yeah, again, if you guys uh get bored of whatever I am talking about, feel free to chime in. I really do like Jamie though, and I'm being very serious when I say that I watch him all the time and he has new content come out constantly. I think like probably almost every day, if not every day. Um so if you guys are looking for some really good just like queer informational funny stuff to watch, Jamie is super good. Um and yeah, I really like all of these cute little MTF dragons. I think they came out super good. Um and I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss any miss anything in the line work. Um we definitely did not speed run those. Uh so probably we will have to come back and do the coloring in the final Pride week, but hopefully you guys don't mind sitting around with these dragons too much. I think they are super cute, and uh I will find some cute trans stories or something to tell uh for next week. Um something more specific, unless off the rim, as they say. Nobody says that. I don't know why I said that. Um, I can't even think of where I would have heard that. But you know what? Uh, I don't. I don't know what. I'm gonna keep drawing dragons now. I think, yeah, I think those are good. I don't see any big glaring line work mistakes. Go ahead and, uh, yell from the back of the class if you guys see something I missed. Uh, but I think those are looking good. Um, I'm going to move on to the MTF ones then, I think, because yeah, I think I did in fact finish all the lines there. I don't see anything missing. Uh, and these little FTM ones are super cute. So let's see if we can make the MTF ones uh just as cute, hopefully. Hopefully. Um I'm gonna start over here with this one that's kind of peeling out. Oh, okay, now I have to think of some MTF people to talk about. Uh, I'm sure I know some if y'all will give me just a second to force my brain to work. I will think of one, probably. Uh, these little dragons, though, are coming out so cute, and if you happen to be a little FTM or MTF dragon, go ahead and get yourself a sticker whenever these are done. They are super cute. Uh I kind of wonder if maybe I'll have to get one of these cute little uh MTF ones for my girlfriend, cuz she would probably really like that. Uh and like I said, I don't think even if you get like a really nice print or something of these, I don't think they're that much money on Redbubble. I think like the most I've seen something be on Redbubble is you can get like a quilt, like a whole bed quilt. I don't know why you would buy a whole bed quilt off of like a random website with my designs on them, but you know, if you do, I really appreciate you, and um maybe buy another sheet, just, or another quilt, just in case, you know. uh because I have absolutely no idea what the quality of any of those larger items are, but the little stickers and stuff I know are super cute, and I have many people I know in real life who have gotten a lot of these cute little stickers, not like necessarily from me, but just cute stickers off of Redbubble. And also some people who have bought some stickers from me. So, you know, if that's any of you guys watching right now, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Uh and you know, if it's not, I still appreciate you guys. Watching is also very cool, and still engagement still helps me still appreciate you. um but yeah, the stickers are super cute, and uh maybe I will have to get a cute little sticker for my girlfriend. uh Even though, you know, uh i'm sure she I'm pretty sure she is a person who has nowhere to put her stickers, and um I think before, when she has gotten stickers of things that she knows I will like, she just gives them to me. So maybe maybe not a sticker. Maybe we'll have to get her like a coffee mug or something. Let me know. Let me know, guys. What uh random dropship product should I get my girlfriend? Vote in the comments below. Or don't, and I will buy something, because I think these are actually super cute. And hopefully they stay super cute with the color. I can't imagine that these ones are the ones that are gonna look off with color, but maybe. I kind of feel like just the very nice pastels that are part of the trans flag colors typically are pretty hard to make look bad together. Uh, but maybe that's just me. Everybody has different associations with stuff. I just think that they are super nice looking. Maybe you guys think that they're ugly. Or, you think that pink, isn't real. Maybe you're colorblind and you don't think pink is real and you think everybody is lying to you. I have absolutely no idea. I'm just a guy on the internet. Drawing dragons. I was supposed to think of an MTF person to talk about, and then I talked about my girlfriend. Oh, Lamau. Ha! I did it on accident. My girlfriend is lovely, guys. I have an MTF person. Um, I won't talk about her a ton for her privacy and all of that, but like she's really cool in MTF and kind of newly transitioning, um kind of newly adjacent, uh and also another great example of what happens when trans people get like support and stuff. Not initially for her, because she's also an adult now, and as I hope you guys assumed. And also yeah, like I said, recently adjacent transitioning, so she, is figuring stuff out and didn't always have a lot of support, but I am really glad that she has it now. And she uh used to have a lot of problems with like just like not liking herself and anger in general and not really knowing why. And I think that that is a really common feeling for genderqueer people, or just like queer people in general. And I yeah, I'm really glad for her that she gets to have a better experience with that. Um, she's not really a public figure though, so I guess it doesn't fit that criteria. Uh, other than being my girlfriend. Um, I draw her. She comes through in the sketch dailies sometimes. If you guys want to check out my little sketch dailies, I do a YouTube short for those once a week, and all of those channels and stuff should be linked together, so if you wanted to go check that out. Yeah, she comes up in those sometimes. But that's probably as public as she gets. Uh, and again, I don't want to say a bunch of stuff about her, just for privacy stuffs. Because she is a whole person. Uh, and I'm trying to think of a better MTF person to talk about. Um, but Yeah, all of the public figures that I'm thinking of right now, I'm totally drawing a blank on MTF people. Um oh, well, I don't personally know much about this person, so if you want to go and like check them out and like make real judgments about them, you should probably go and check them out online. But also, uh, a person who has physically transitioned MTF and is stated that they are, I think, non-binary, uh, and not like explicitly MTF, but they physically have transitioned from presenting as male to presenting as female is Fidster, who is a cosplayer on the internet, and I think also plays like video games for fun. I have mostly experienced that person through their cosplay, so I don't know a lot about them personally. Like, I don't know if they're funny or anything. So if you guys wanted to go and like make real opinions about them, probably go check them out instead of listening to me. But I do think that that is still an example that counts. Um, and I am having a hard time thinking of examples for public figures. Uh, I think probably as an AFAB person, I just probably get a lot less of that pushed to me algorithmically. Probably I do get pushed a lot of other AFAB people, whether that be trans men or non-binary people or um yeah, others. Uh so I'm sorry. I'm sure there is lots of really great representation that I am just not thinking about. Um but that's just not, I guess, something that I have a lot of in my brain to talk about. Unfortunately, I yeah. Oh, you know what? I do have one. I am so sorry because I cannot remember her name. I didn't actually like read or listen to all that much about her. I I'm remembering a TED Talk that I watched a while ago with a really wonderful MTF scientist. Um and if you want to go and learn more about her, the TED Talk was called something uh like my robot, my wife, and the race for eternal life or something like that. It was like kind of a cheesy title, but also The talk was super good. Um, and it was uh here, I'm just gonna look up her name. Um, because I want to tell you guys what her name is. I feel bad that I don't remember it. Uh, so give me just a second here. Um, uh, oh, okay. So I found the TED Talk. It's called My Daughter, My Wife, Our Robot, and the Quest for Immortality. And the woman's name is Martine Rothblatt. And she's actually the founder of SiriusXM satellite radio, which is not something I remembered. So, double credentials. She's a scientist and a CEO with lots of money. Um, So, there you go. More trans people who get to live their full and best lives because they are very well supported and feel comfortable being themselves. Um, and so Martine Rothblatt is her name, and she is super incredible. She has been working on, and this talk is old now, so well, old in air quotes. Uh it's just like 2015 TED Talk. So it's not like super old or anything, but I'm sure that information has, accumulated since then on her work, and I'm sure she's done things have happened with her since then. Um, so totally follow up on this if you're interested in her. Uh, After I talk a little bit, because she is super cool, and she uh has been married. I can't remember how long, but her and her wife have been married for a really long time, and they have a daughter, who is, I'm pretty sure their biological daughter from before her transition. Uh, and, um, just really great, wholesome family vibes, when she talks about them. It sounds like she has a lot of family support, which is really nice because that is one of the big places where lots of trans people have issues. Uh, and she and her wife have been working on creating an AI version of her wife because her wife, I can't remember if it's that her wife currently has a terminal illness or if it's that her wife beat a terminal illness. Like I said, I'm sorry, it's been a minute since I watched this talk, but they were worried about her wife's mortality, and so they started building um essentially this AI project that could create a digital copy of her wife based on like her wife's reactions, essentially. So not necessarily like an AI version of her wife, but like an AI model of her wife's behavior, right, and personality. Um, which, you get into the philosophical debate of like what is a person and all of that. And some might argue that that is like a digital copy of her whole wife, which is, I think, her argument. Um, and uh, so she is working on trying to essentially preserve the human brain in that way, um, so that you can continue to interact with a person after they've passed on. Um, which, is there's a lot of different avenues to talk about that and argue about it and say whatever, just like ethically. But I also think that from a scientific standpoint, that is like a huge, like, ideological breakthrough in AI, because a lot of AI, in the less recent past, uh like, as AI has kind of been introduced and implemented, a lot of the focus ends up being on training models to do. Oh, I'm sorry. I am a silly American, and I speak English, and I don't know what that says, um other than por favor. So, uh I yeah, sorry about that. Um but I appreciate the engagement anyway. Hi. Uh uh oh shoot, what was I saying? Right. Uh but yeah, from just like a technical standpoint. Actually, is there like a little, oh, a sheep. Ah, I totally should do a sheep. There is, I've got a cute little video up on my YouTube of some gay sheep, so totally already have uh I totally already have some sheep faces for stickers. I should totally put a sheep up. Um uh that is a really good suggestion. It is officially going on the board as a probably. Probably there will be a sheep. Um that is one of my favorite animal facts, is that uh without like any human intervention, like just in the wild, if you observe uh the the species of sheep that is typically domesticated for its wool, I can't remember what the specific species is because I am not a schmientist. I'm drawing dragons. But uh, that the species of sheep that's typically domesticated for its wool without intervention is like 10% homosexual. Like 10%, like 1 in every 10 of them will engage in homosexual behavior, uh just on its own in the wild, for no apparent reason other than the sheep are gay. So that is one of my favorite animal facts, is that there are in fact just in the wild a bunch of gay sheep. Uh and I should totally have some gay sheep for the collection because I don't have any yet. Here, we'll draw just for right now. We'll have a cute little sheep over here. He's waiting. He's waiting his turn. That is a really good idea though, cuz I totally love the gay sheep. Also, uh the gay sheep like short video that I was just talking about always gets one or two views every once in a while, so I don't mind sending more people to watch the gay sheep. I love that that is just canonically in real life a thing that some sheep are gay. Uh Queer animal facts are just fun in general, I think. I'm trying to think if I know any more just like weird ones. But I'm only thinking of frogs. In case you didn't know, frogs can change their gender based on their environment. Uh, but also, I kind of feel like that is one of the more common queer animal facts. So if people are going, I already knew that one, then sorry. I know. Um, what's a less common one? Oh, uh, one of another one that is less common that is still really fun is that there are an abundance of gay penguins actually across many different species of penguins. Penguins will both engage in homosexual couplings with both males and females, and they will care for eggs that that for some reason or another the heterosexual parents can't care for. Like, there will be gay penguin dads adopting abandoned eggs, and I think that that is so cute. I really, there's this really cute book called And Tango Makes Three, and it's just about exactly that. It's just a cute little penguin gets adopted by gay penguin dads, and that's the whole thing. It's just a little kid's book. It's super cute though. Excuse me, my headset died. I'm pulling cords around. Sorry if I'm making noise. Uh I want to make sure I'm not making a bunch of noises I can't hear. Uh okay, there we go. Fixed it. Uh yeah, that is a really fun animal fact, is that yeah, sometimes uh penguin couples, they get eaten by sea lions, or like if, one of them get sick or something. Like if something happens to the original parents, there will be just like, gay penguins around that aren't having their own babies and can take care of the ones that people abandon. And I think that that is really sweet. And uh that one is actually probably my favorite queer animal fact, is that uh homosexual penguins will just like basically take in and sanctuary just like other penguins without parents eggs, or other penguin parents eggs, if they can't be parents, you know. I think that that is super cool. Penguins have super cool societies. uh they have a lot of different social structure stuff that is fun to learn about. Penguins are a really cool big deep rabbit hole. If you guys want to learn about some really cool animals, you guys should totally go and watch just like a random documentary on penguins, or like, I don't know if you guys have seen uh just like, there's a lot of Animal Planet like HD footage of like animals in the wild, uh that's just silly goofy stuff, but you can watch a lot of animals interacting that way. I think penguins are super fun to watch. Um, yeah, penguins are also very queer. Sheep are queer, penguins are queer, frogs are queer. What else is queer? We have, oh, there's actually a species of geckos that uh does not have any males at all. every single one of the every single one of the geckos is a female. Um and they actually have uh like lesbian type couplings where they will uh get together and perform like a mating ritual, but uh it's not about actually creating any offspring, because they're both females. It actually just like influences the process to happen, basically. Like it just initiates the reproduction and doesn't actually like cause it, you know? Uh so that is really cool. It's literally an entire species with only one gender. And then because of that, technically they all reproduce asexually. Um and in lots of species that would be a genetics issue, right? Because if you reproduce asexually, then there is a lot of chance that a genetically identical clone will have mutations, right? Um, and that can be a problem. But also, uh, sorry, I'm moving stuff on my desk again, my bad. If that's making a noise and being real loud for you guys. Um, but yeah, because uh, excuse me, that would normally be an issue. What this species of gecko actually does is it shuffles all of the DNA, uh, just like randomly, basically. Like it just creates a little genetic variation mutation on purpose so that the species can continue to be genetically viable even with the clones, which is a super like technical and complex process that has a lot more to it than what I just said. So if you guys want to go and check that out, you totally should, because lesbian geckos are epic. It's a really cool species, and a really interesting scientific concept. Um, because again, it is an entire species, like not a single member of the species is male, and if they are male, it's like an accident. It's like that is a big genetic mutation for them to be male, and they're also usually infertile because the species has evolved to select for this asexual reproduction. It's super cool. Uh Again, I do think the penguin facts, still my favorite, but lesbian geckos, probably a close second. Oh gosh, I guess that pushes gay sheep all the way down to third. I'm sorry. But gay sheep still very cool. We love the little gay sheep. And I think that is just about it for our dragons being done. I mean, I'm trying to just kind of cursory look over them and see if we missed anything. Hmm. Well, maybe not, but we'll just sit here and stare at them for a second and make sure, because they are so cute. Aren't they so cute, guys? I think they came out so good. And I think they're gonna be so good with color. I I really am excited about having these available for you guys, because I am seeing and feeling a lot of just like, you know, the general transphobia trend happening right now, and I want you guys to know that I am not on the bandwagon there, and y'all should all get to be who you want. Anybody should get to be who they want. And if you are gonna argue with me and be like, okay, well, what if I wanna like kill people in video games? Then like, you can want that, and I think you should. I still don't think that that means people shouldn't get what they want. I do kind of think it probably means that you have some issues, though, that you should deal with. And I think that those things can both be true. Um, yeah. So I hope you guys are getting just like some space to be the yous. And I'm just building up the outline on some of these where it was kind of skinny, just so that they look really clean and nice. because I want to just jump in and do the coloring next week, and maybe we'll finish early and still do some dumb fun stuff. I don't know. I don't know what we would do, but if you guys can think of something, go ahead and let me know. Maybe we'll have a whole end of stream dedicated to gay sheep. That actually might just be what we do, because uh that gave my brain a cute little spike of dopamine to say. So we actually genuinely love gay sheep. And if you love gay sheep, go leave a thumbs up on the gay sheep video, or go watch a new gay sheep video, or go make a gay sheep video. I don't care. Leave the gay sheep some love somehow, because they deserve it. And hopefully you guys can find some way to leave the little trans dragons in your life some love and support too, cause man, it is rough out there. Especially right now. I'm not sure. I'm not tapped in enough to pop culture to know what the catalyst is there. But there is just a lot of hate going around. And it's real sad to see. So if you have an opportunity to not be a part of it, then you totally should. Uh, Maybe I will have to buy some trans dragon stickers and just like go put them up on telephone posts or something. Make the old people who live near me really upset and uncomfortable for reasons that they can't articulate to me. But also maybe I won't, because I don't actually enjoy confrontation, despite what people may like to believe about us, the gays. Um, yeah, I don't know. I like the fine line design on these other ones. Oh, maybe I'll just thicken the line around the egg again. This other egg. But yeah, I think I like the fine line design for laying on the ground, and for the standing dragons, I just thought the little soccer ball and the eggs looked a little unfinished, I guess, with the fine line design. Probably just because they are really cutesy, and uh there's just kind of some detail sprinkled around that is probably a little much for the cutesy designs that we have. Um, and so I probably should have just redesigned that down simpler a little bit, but very much too late now, and I think that giving just like the egg designs and the little soccer ball style design, uh just a little bit of some line weight is gonna make all the difference there. And then we will have, ta-da, some cute little trans dragons. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. I genuinely love these so much. Uh, I am gonna stare at them and drink my coffee for just a second while I make sure that I don't have any glaring line work mistakes. Go ahead and yell at me from the back of the room if you guys see something I don't. I think I think the dragons actually ended up about the same amount of cute, which is kind of perfect. I feel like that means I spent an appropriate amount of time on both of them, which feels good, because then hopefully they will both get, you know, appropriate equal amounts of love. They are so cute, guys. I hope you guys really like these because I really like them. And I can't see any glaring line work mistakes. I did notice that while my dragon is sleeping, he has an extra wing segment. But I also don't know if I care. I don't know that that is like. It took me long enough to notice it that I feel like it doesn't matter, you know? Like, there's this really nice art rule that I like, that's called the 70% rule, or something like that. I don't know, I don't remember very well, and I don't even remember who I watched a video or short or whatever of to get this. It was probably a long time ago. But there's this thing called the 70% rule where you do something until it is 70% of perfection, right? 70% what of what you would want it to look like as a final thing. And then you let it be done because especially with art, they have found that a lot of the time when people go and like refine things, they're usually making very minute details after like the first, second pass. You know, usually you're not changing meaningful things anymore. You're just changing things that matter to you, which is still totally valid and you should still totally do as long as you want. But like, if you're stressing about those things, right, and making sure that like it's perfect, right, then you're never actually done. So you have to make sure that like you are getting the big things that you would notice right away fixed, right? But I also think that because of that mentality, I'm gonna not worry about the fact that my little sleeping dragon down here in the left corner has an extra wing segment because I don't think it's actually that noticeable. And even if you notice it, I'm not sure it matters because it seems pretty alright to me. Um and I don't see any big glaring line work mistakes. And I also uh I also have been streaming about 3.5 hours now, so I think probably we're gonna say that that is 70% perfect and uh call it good enough. I really like these little trans dragons, and I think that they are. I think there's no way that they get less cute after we color them, and I hope you guys come back and join me for that next week when we do that. Uh, I can't imagine there is very much that we could do with the colors that would make them less cute. Uh, like I said earlier in the stream, I think that probably the pastels for the trans pink and blue are just really nice together, and it's probably kind of hard to make them look bad just in an art piece or a design. But I do think that these came out super good, and I love the line work. I hope that they come out super good as stickers next week, and I hope you guys come back and join me for that. I hope you guys are having a great pride with kitchens that have floors and running water in your homes. Um, and yeah, uh, go ahead and if you're watching this as a VOD, go ahead and leave a comment down below about like whatever. I'm usually pretty good about responding to people and comments. I do my best anyway, and if you want to support me, watching is always a great help because it boosts my numbers for all of the lovely little algorithm things that run our lives, and I really appreciate just that. And if you want to support me even more, go ahead and comment or like or whatever support engagement is on the platform you're using, and go ahead and check out any of my links. They should all be in whatever bio you're looking at, and they should all be linked together by this point. If they aren't, go ahead and yell at me and be like, I found this link that is totally broken and how do I get to your store? I will personally send you links to my store if you can't find them. I promise. I I would I really appreciate all of you guys, and I hope you have a lovely day. I hope you enjoy your pride. I hope you enjoy these lovely pride stickers. I hope you want to come back and see me do the coloring next week. And if you don't, come back next week and tell me this is boring. Do something else next week. And I will, because pride will be over the week after that. So we'll have to think of something else to do probably. Yeah. Anyway, have a lovely day, guys. Have a lovely week. Have a lovely pride. We will come back next week and do these cute little trans dragons. Bye.